Hi, my name is Malyomi Oklu, Executive Director, Music Therapy Association of Ghana and Institute of Music Therapy. I am here to share great and precious moments I have had with our patron, the legendary Emeritus Prof. JHK Nketia. My first interaction with Prof was upon my registration for a music elective class in level 300. Upon entry into the class, I was amazed to see him as a lecturer. And what made the class even more fun was that we were less than 10 people in the class. So that meant we had more time for questions, discussions, interactions, and just getting to know the ethnomusicologist, the composer, the prolific writer, the musician, this great legend, Emeritus Prof. JHK Nketia. In this interaction we had in the class and discussions, I also was introduced to his music. And one of the books I enjoyed the most was his Sankujom pieces for piano and voice. And one of the songs I love the most is Oba Hema. Let me play a piece of it for you to hear. Oba Hema Chame, me Kongo Sa. I just loved the way the melody flowed at the end, and then also the Volta Fantasy. So these were some of the pieces I got to know and familiarize myself with. And I had the opportunity of playing the Volta Fantasy for the first time at the program for Prof at the Goethe Institute. And from then on, I just kept on learning his music, learning his songs, and just enjoying the African pianism, the Sankujom pieces, and the other books and things he had written. Upon completion of my course at Legon, I was asking myself, what do I do? I mean, I finished as a sociology and information studies major student, and I was like, I had music skills, but I wanted something more with the music, not just performance, not just playing and being an entertainer. And that's where music therapy came to mind. In my search for a school to study music therapy, there were at that time no institutions in Ghana offering music therapy. Now there is the Institute of Music Therapy. So my search took me outside to the US, where I found an institution, Maryville University of St. Louis. And the fees were very high, so I needed a sponsor. I applied to the scholarship secretariat, to the Get Fund, to individuals. I knew just someone who would help out, with the school fees. And at my wit's end and in my most stressful moment, I called Prof and I told him that I am in need and in search of a scholarship. And I told him I applied to the Get Fund. And at that point he said, would you like me to go with you to speak to the director there? And I said, sure. I was so happy about it. So Prof called his driver and then I joined them. We went to the scholarship, to the Get Fund. And when we went there, Prof had to climb this flight of stairs and I felt so uncomfortable, at his age, having to climb stairs. But he climbed them with ease and strength. When we got there, you know how secretaries are, but in the long run, we were just blessed that the personal assistant for the director, the then Mr. Garber, walked in and he saw Prof and then opened the receptionist area for us. So within minutes, we were ushered into Mr. Garber's office. And when we went, he was like, oh, Prof, you didn't need to come. You could just have made a phone call. So Prof was like, in such an elegant manner, I just wanted to come over and to greet you. It's been some time since we met. And you won't believe it, within 3 to 5 minutes, I had a scholarship. It was a done deal. And with that, I left to the US to study music therapy, a degree and a master's. And every time I would come back home, I would visit Prof and really appreciate him and show my gratitude for this blessing and gift he had given me by just being there for me. Even after I completed my degree and master's and I came back and started the Music Therapy Association and Institute, Prof still was supportive. So extremely supportive that he gladly agreed to be a patron for this organization. And he has been a patron more than in word and in deed. When it came to attending events, you would see Prof there on time. When it came to interacting with the interns and local students, you'd see Prof there, fully there. When it came to advising, counseling, just being there and supporting, Prof was fully there for me and for this organization. So at this point, I have had the opportunity and blessing to meet him. I am very grateful. My family, the Akoto family, the Oklu family, we are really grateful for his interaction and just so blessed at how he has been there for me, more than a patron, more than a friend, more than a supporter. So with this, I say thank God and I'm very grateful. Thank you.
We just want to thank you for making it and surprising us. Thank all of you.
I also want to thank you for letting us come, and Prof taking us with much love. I know this was a big surprise, but you'll be seeing more surprises, good surprises in this year. My God.
Because I woke up this morning not thinking about anything like this happening. I was thinking about whether I should go to my office because of this announcement. But really, no, nothing like it. I saw the beginning of the various stages. I'm now looking at the development stage where you are, and I hope it takes roots away. The daily life, God has given me. I get up, I take my breakfast, go to my study, think of what I'm going to do before. And that's how I live all the time. So this morning, it's a big event. In fact, it has never happened like this before. So it happened at a good time. I'm 96. Well, even if I have a quarter or something, whatever happens, this is an episode. I will take it with me. Maybe something will be made out of it. But thank you very much for this event. I've celebrated my birthday fly to places because I've been requested to go and give a lecture. But I've never had a good birthday party to myself. This most kind of way. And I'm glad it has happened at this point in my life. Because if there's a memory to carry, it will certainly be one of the things I'll carry in my mind to the other place. And tell those before me